When I get up every morning, I feed about 36 things, whether they're sheep, fish, kids, and that's an important part of my life.
I've never worked at a place where, the food literally comes from the owner who grows it at the farm. He's doing the farm-to-table movement and has been for 40 years before it was a movement.
When I got out of high school, instead of going to college, I traveled in Europe and fell in love with Greek food and Italian food and French food and Portuguese food and the tapas. And at that point, I realized that I wanted to stay somewhat near the food business, and I did. I put a restaurant in 1976.
There's some owners who they run their restaurant from the front office. He just has an overwhelming respect for the kitchen, for the food. I mean, he comes in here with mud on his boots and parsnips that need to be washed straight out of the ground.
Most of all the stuff that we bring in is from my farm. Usually 3 or 4 different kinds of beets. We have carrots, we have kale, we have radishes, at least 16 types of lettuces and greens that we bring in. We have blueberries and strawberries, all our own property. We have wild cranberries that we bring in. We raise our own trout. Lamb is always a staple. They're easy to raise. They're pretty fun to look at.
Every day is a surprise or a present.
All of a sudden they have things that they haven't seen for years or never seen before. And I'm asking them to be creative and make something out of it.
It's just great to have that coach championing you on, like giving you the tools to be able to create the things that you want to do.
My chef Tristan, I look at him as my Tom Brady, and I like to think of myself as the Bob Kraft, always supporting there and always being there for him.
He's kind of all over the place on any given night. He'll come down in the kitchen and throw pans on a busy night. He'll, be out here helping in the dining room.
It's really quite a buzz when you're jamming. 2 more haddocks, 2 more haddocks. When you're full force, it's great at the end of the night to say, wow, we did that. I think my philosophy has always been people first, money second. It's not a wealthy man's business, especially where I am. I'm not sitting on the water. I'm not sitting downtown Portland. It's a destination place. People have to want to come here. Having the type of entertainment that we have here is helpful.
I've played here at Jonathan's since 1975. Jonathan keeps his finger on the pulse of everything all at once. People will never know how hard this guy works. He's very deserving.
We have jazz every night, great concerts, we have great comedy. It certainly increased the revenues a great deal. There's no money to speak of in profit in the entertainment, but in the fact that somebody's coming and they're going to have a couple of martinis or baked stuffed haddock or caramelized salmon or some of the other great things that we do, it certainly helps. We've got some great people. Judy Collins, Arlo Guthrie, the Indigo Girls, Jonathan Edwards, Laura Nero, Richie Havens, another person. I've become really close to Paula Poundstone, and Bob Marley's become a good friend.
Restaurateur of the Year.
It's wonderful to be able to be part of their life and have them become part of ours. I like to support Maine, New Hampshire, Algonquin artists, just like we support the musicians. I think there's about 260 pieces of artwork here. It certainly gives the customer another flavor to the creativeness of the food too, I believe. One of the things about being in the industry is I've found that I have to be current and relevant all the time. And by doing that, you also have to maintain some of your historical style.
We have certain dishes that have been on the menu for years, and I think there's some nostalgia to them. But I think we have another side, which is the experimentation, the new stuff, the specials. To have an owner who gives you that freedom to really just put anything you want on the menu is pretty special.
I have the great pleasure of calling Jonathan my dad. The employees, they think of him as well as a father.
I literally love my employees, and they're like family to me. The kindness we have amongst each other and the desire to work hard when it's busy and put out the best product that we can has made me successful. It's given me the chance to be where I am today and to be humbled by this great award.
His capability of becoming a mentor and a role model, I think it's something that makes him very successful.
None of this is possible without my wife Carol and without my daughter Caitlin.
Because of his consistency, his innovation, and his deep-rooted work ethic, his love for the people, for food, of course, and for Maine. Those are some of the main things that really make him the Restaurateur of the Year and so successful for 40 years now.
It's amazing that people out there are looking at me and appreciating what I do. I'm very grateful.